My name is Charlie, and I've spent over $1 billion on ads across my brands, clients, and agencies, and on behalf of some of the biggest companies in the world. In this video, I reveal what most marketers never get to see. I'm going to show you a real recorded Zoom call auditing a complete stranger's ad account to show them the settings and the strategies they can use to immediately boost their returns so that you can repeat the exact same process for yourself. There's no staging, just real process, real stakes, real money. Let's get to it. All right, Steven.
Professor Charlie T. Here to learn, buddy.
I love it, man. Well, let's open up the ad account and tell me a little bit about the business, buddy. Let's unpack the landscape and then start stacking some paper.
Brick and mortar business, New York City based, New York
Yeah.
State audience. We draw from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. We see people come from Florida, California, Chicago, Georgia. Um, so we're a local audience. This is kind of a general overview here. I would say our average order value it's going up. We've been increasing our prices,
Nice.
and it's probably about 225 right now. We're seeing some $300 and $400 tickets now, and as low as one. I think the lowest is about 157. We're probably spending
Okay.
about between 25 and 5K a week, and it's inconsistent. Our business is seasonal, so we see ups and downs during certain points of the year, but we're fluctuating right now, in probably the past 12 months between 12K and 5 and 12K a week, depending on the season in
Okay.
revenue.
Gotcha. All right. So there's a couple things here. Let's just take in the dashboard. Let's just clean up some of our columns. And while we do that, let's yeah, I'd love to give the Dara Barry. Nice. I feel like I know who
Yeah,
Dara and Barry are. Those are some
yeah,
good people.
they had I don't know, something was really good, and this has always been confusing to me, and they told a way that they set it up, and it's been very helpful. So
Awesome.
I've adjusted it since then, but they're good people.
Oh yeah, no, they are great people. I really enjoy what they do. Give me 1 second. I'm getting
Yeah, go
knocked on
ahead.
the door. 1 sec.
Bless her heart.
Yeah. All right. So getting back to this. Yeah, Barry and Dara are great people. They're good friends of mine, and they're New York natives. Every time I'm in the city, I get to see them.
Oh,
Well,
good.
maybe one or the other, but anyway, Barry brought me some very fancy sushi the last time I was in there. So it was my first time
Oh,
getting
nice. Where'd you go?
omakase or whatever.
Nobu? Oh, no, where'd you go? Nobu?
No, I live on 14th at 8th, and so there's
Oh,
a
okay.
spot that's like 2 blocks away. Um,
Yeah, there's a lot of good sushi in New York.
Incredible. Anyway, back to the business at hand. Let's just clear the deck here, or we can, yeah, we can clear out some of what they have, but I think we just get rid of everything. Let's just set up a
No,
proper
this is a
4PI.
separate one. This is kind of I've got multiple views, so
Okay,
we can
gotcha. I
this.
love it. So let's just set up a simple 4PI: spend, frequency, CPM. Sorry, it's spent, unfortunately, which is so dumb. Amount spent, then frequency, and then CPM.
Dude, that's
Uh,
how it was set up.
yeah, well, there's a couple other random things in there. Yeah, I know we were close. Uh,
I was following along. So go
I
ahead. What
like it.
else?
I like it. Well, I think it was the in-app purchases, web purchases, offline. It got a little confusing. So let's
Yeah,
go
yeah.
purchase. All right, and let's get the cost there at the bottom.
We're gonna go down here.
Purchases, yep. And then there's total value and cost. So we just not want the cost. Just click that little check mark on purchases and then cost.
Oh, I see.
Boom.
Okay.
There you go. Awesome. And
Okay.
then let's go ahead and get GPT and AOV in here. I don't know if you
I
have
don't have
GPT.
GPT. I
Let's go
do
ahead and
not.
create GPT.
Okay. Custom.
Yep. Custom. Create custom metric. And then we want in the combined metrics, there we go, in the spot right there, average. There we go. Average purchase conversion value. Boom. Click that. And then minus, just type in purchase. Remember, if you do the cost per, it's going to be a fucking nightmare. Scroll down
Yeah.
here just a little bit, and the cost per purchase will be like the next one. Boom. There we go. Yeah. And then let's make that currency. in the format instead of numeric. Yeah. And again, this is basically profitability per sale, which is
Okay.
really important. And if you'd asked me a year and a half ago, I would have said, well, it's about volume too. And what I've realized is just whatever sells, whatever gets the most profit is what you want to go for. So let's go ahead and hit create metric. Yeah, GPT, love it. And let's just throw in AOV here too, just to put some context into the game so we don't have to do the math in our head. You just type in average, and then there you go. Average purchases, conversion value. Got it. That one, boom, save. Love it. Okay. Now, with this, we got some context what's going on. We have a lot of things. I have two questions for you. Number one, um, let's maybe break this down to the last 30 days, actually, to start.
Okay. Yeah, this is historical. I was just kind of
Yeah.
going back. Last 30 days, I have one campaign running, one campaign, one ad set.
Yeah, see, I mean, you got two in here, but yeah. Can you do me a favor
That's
and break
off
down by
though.
week? Yeah, gotcha. I just want to see the context of what's going on in your ecosystem. So go to time and then week. So my first question to you is, are your promotions evergreen or are
Yes.
they okay? Got it. Having known a little bit about your business, it's theater and some in-person stuff can sometimes change. So we always want to know and trying to figure this stuff out. Is it temporary or is it evergreen? With it being evergreen, then all of these trends really help for us to take a look at. Got it. And then it's also because it's sorted by amount spent. Can you do me a favor and just select the two campaigns that actually spent money?
Let's see.
So you have one campaign selected. Can we select the other one? Just on the far left, just check that box. Awesome. And then
This one.
search and filter by name. Can you click on that? Yep. And then filter by selected rows. It's at the very bottom.
Selected
Yeah,
rows.
filter by row selection. Man, each one of these names is different. Yep. You see, save searches.
Ah,
There
okay.
you go. Awesome. And now click where it says campaign, the name of the campaign, the campaign up and down. Yeah, click on that real quick. One more time. Now we have it in reverse chronological order. So we can understand basically the bottom is longest to go and the top is most recent. Oh, we got a baby stirring over here. I might have to run in and grab her in a second. Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, she's okay right now. We'll see. So this being said, we can kind of understand what's going on. The winner's max val was a lot cheaper on the CPM. And the GPT seemed to be pretty strong. And the consolidated seems to not be off to a great start, although it does look like the frequency is coming down a little bit. The CPMs are coming down a little bit. It seems like the market is basically, it's understanding who to show the ad to, which makes sense because you had something that was getting a lot of information. They launch a new thing, and it took a second to understand what's happening. Because now I have two questions here. First off, are the ads in the consolidated ones from the winner?
Yeah, yeah. I had one static ad that I've been using for 18 months that killed it. And that
Got it.
kind of started it was a branded ad that died off and it started. And I was trying to find something to beat it or do as well, and I couldn't find anything. I'm not throwing a ton of ads at it, but a lot of this stuff is new. We do a lot of UGC. We interview our audience. We get
Oh,
parents and
fantastic.
grandparents talking about the show. Yeah, we have a ton of content, a ton of great reviews and stuff. So
Love that.
that's
Okay.
we're not doing anything really professional. It's mostly just UGC, and then
Hey,
some ads.
UDC's
Some
professional, man. Don't sell yourself short. You're doing pretty good
no, no,
stuff.
I know. Yeah, no, the stuff, the organic stuff. The more polished it is, the less it seems to go. And we do a
Yeah,
ton of organic content, and then we'll use that what's successful organically and put it into an ad. So
I love that. Okay, so with that in mind, this is where I think I'd really be interested. Number one, the consolidated. You're hyper local, right? You're basically just New York.
well, yeah, but we get people, and now we're going into the holidays. So people come to New York with their kids, and they'll go
Sure,
see a Broadway show one night, they'll come and see our
sure.
show another night.
That makes sense.
So what I did is I recently tried to break it down to different, to Connecticut, New York, and New Jersey, and it kind of killed it. I felt like I was kind of cannibalizing the audience, so I put them all. I've just been jerking the campaign around too much, trying to
I
figure
got
out
you.
this whole new Andromeda thing. Like
Yeah.
your big debate with what's his name with, do I need
Jordan.
5,000 ads or just
Yeah.
3 ads that work?
Well, you have less than 10,000 ads. So according to Jordan, you'll never be able to take credit for somebody else's $100,000 ad account. Um, so with all that being said,
But that's the frustration is you hear
yeah.
people, even Meta themselves are saying, that keep all in one can, and maybe that's for big, big money brands, so not for
Yeah,
small
well,
niche
I'll say
businesses.
this. Your definition of success isn't big enough that I'd be worried about getting people outside of Manhattan, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't have a huge capacity, so if we can fill our theater every day, I'm happy.
Yeah, so for me, you don't need 10 sales, 20, 50, 100 sales a day. Right? And you're definitely not getting that from the system. Like even when the stuff was going well, it was like 10 sales a day max, 5 sales a day max from the ads,
Yeah,
maybe 20.
we have analytics. We do a lot of first party analytics. So
Yeah, but
here's
I'm
kind
just
of,
saying from the ad account itself, like by
oh
ad,
yeah, yeah.
you're never getting more than that. So the point is,
No,
if 10 sales a day is enough, an island with 1 million people on it is probably a decent opportunity for me to make money with.
6 million.
6 million, well, 6 million people on the island of Manhattan?
Absolutely, probably more by
Yeah.
now.
Okay. Yeah, I
That's why
did last time I
Mondani
was in
won.
town.
He's trying to find free apartments for all of them.
Oh, there you go. I mean, there's a lot of empty buildings. At
Yeah,
my
that's
place
true.
in Chelsea, there's like 2 or 3 of them.
Oh
I
yeah.
did a bike from the High Line at 14th and 10, all the way down to Battery Park, over to Brooklyn to see Barry, and then back over to Manhattan to the to Central Park, and then up to the top left corner to the Hudson
Wow. Good for you,
restaurant, and
man.
then back down. I put one of them
On a
city bikes through the fucking
on
ring.
a oh, on a city bike.
Oh yeah, the
No,
electric assist city bike.
I ride those things every day. I
It was
love them, man.
fantastic. Highly recommend it. Anyway, back to the point at hand. That's a
So where are
large
we
enough
going?
audience.
How can I make more money here, Charlie? How
Yeah.
can I get more
Here's the
consistent
thing. That's a
sales?
large enough audience. I don't care about trying to get bigger.
Okay.
There's enough there. Your definition of success versus the opportunity is so just it's such a gap.
Okay.
I would be 100% fine focusing just on the island of Manhattan. I don't even need the bridge and
Okay.
tunnel crowd to make this work.
Okay.
With that in mind, I think Manhattan alone is perfectly fine. I think I would also potentially play into the broad retargeting side. I think in your consolidated effort, if you had the island of Manhattan and then broad retargeting, and I would let the broad retargeting be anywhere. I'd let that happen because maybe,
What do you mean be anywhere?
because there's such a travel,
Yeah. Yeah.
I might be in LA looking at what I want to do when I'm in LA, in New York. Right?
Yeah.
We're bi-coastal. I'm going to try to get the fam there in March when we come back in.
You're
I'm
welcome.
looking at
Let me
stuff.
know.
Yeah, I'm following things in New York City. I'm looking around at things. For broad retargeting, I'm okay with that audience being larger, right?
Now, my
America.
only concern though is this isn't a Broadway show. It's an off-Broadway show.
Yeah,
So it's
so the
not
people
Lion
that have
King. It's
been to
not.
your website or engage with
Yeah.
your social media accounts enough
Yeah.
that the machine thinks it should see a conversion ad, it's not going to be high. There's not a lot of people
Okay.
there,
Okay.
but it's going to be a warm audience. So if we can let your organic that you say does very well, and maybe
Yeah.
even you throw a little bit of bucks behind it to improve it, if your organic is doing a good job,
What do you mean? What do you mean throw money behind it? Put it in ads?
yeah, you could put some engagement dollars behind some of the organic if you want to. There's
Well,
a whole
that's my
approach.
question.
Yeah.
My thing is trying to get new. I want to stay on top of new customers because I don't
Yeah.
want to keep retargeting
So
we
with
don't have
that,
a lot of
yeah, with that in
recurring.
mind, the course video that we have in the Disruptor Academy of the how to crush Facebook ads on a low budget
Yeah.
could be phenomenal for 10, 20 bucks a day.
So you're saying a traffic awareness engagement? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, take a look at the course because there's a lot more that we can cover in like 5 minutes here.
Okay,
That's
good.
in the
Okay,
course
that's
hub.
that's one of the
Yeah.
questions I've had is that's even worthwhile to do that. So good. I'll
I
check it
think
out.
it is for you.
Good.
I think it is for most brands. I think most brands spend way too much time
On a
trying to
national scale or just in New York?
I don't hate it being national, to be honest with you.
Okay, I really want to get that audience because we see people come, they fly in, some people
Yeah, that's
fly
what I'm
in just
saying.
to see the
For
show.
your situation, while it's a local brick and mortar, you're in Manhattan with something that people who travel would care about.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a
Okay, good.
business that I work with. Well, actually, one of the coaches in the academy, Jared, works with a business that and you can see his calls. I think he had one yesterday. He's got one with a bridal. Now they're
Mm,
trying to get people to do testings for fittings on having that go to Hawaii. The woman's not going to fly from Hawaii to Ohio to try on a dress and make like some things are more local. My wife with her Pilates business doesn't need to hit up people in Connecticut to come to LA. It's not going to happen.
yep,
For
yep.
you, you have a family event in a place where people travel to, and you specifically give them something to do. I'm okay with you pushing that out there on a few dollars, right? On the how to
Okay,
crush
good,
Facebook ads on a low budget. That's
good.
stuff. Now, that being said, if we have the consolidated, and then we had another ad set in there that was just the broad retargeting, focusing just on the site traffic and the Instagram engagers over the last 30 days, something like that.
Okay, now
That
this is where I
is,
start. This is where I
yeah,
start to get confused. So it's okay to have a second campaign or a second ad set, you
I
said.
would have it as a second ad set inside this campaign.
Okay, and
And
but a
then
different target.
that would be your broad retargeting versus your, Manhattan specific
And ABO or CBO?
CBO.
Okay, because it's CBO now. So
Yeah. I very,
okay.
very rarely will ever suggest that anybody do an ABO.
Let Meta spend. Well, that's the other thing too, because I
Yeah,
felt like when I was doing CBO, Meta was spending all the money on certain ads,
sure.
and I guess that's good. If they think it's good, then don't worry
Yeah,
about
I
it.
mean, hey, look, if Meta spends a whole bunch of money on certain ads because it likes it and it's bad for your business, turn the ad off.
Okay.
Now,
Okay,
in this
but I guess I was
situation,
trying. It was, but I felt like it was starving other ads, and they weren't getting a start. They weren't getting
absolutely.
any attention.
So in this situation with the two ad sets,
Yeah,
you might have a need for a min or a max on the spend per ad set, but I would just start it off right away just to see what
min
works.
or max percentage or dollar amount.
Probably percentage. I mean, it depends.
Okay.
It could go either way. For you, what you're trying to do is just set up some guardrails.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, and it depends, if you're in the holiday season, maybe your broad retargeting needs to take up more of that budget. If it's July and it's not a whole lot of people trying to go to an island in the middle of the summer, you know, there's opportunities where one might be better than the other, so that
yeah,
mix might
yes.
change.
Summer's tough for us. Summer,
Yeah,
August,
I'm sure
September
it
are
is.
tough.
We flee Manhattan during the summer. Like the last week we're allowed to be there. It's like the second week of June. And then my wife is like, no, I grew up here. We're not staying. We're not coming back
It's
until September.
your wife's from New York.
She grew up in Long Island and Western
Okay, yeah,
Mass. So
yeah, yeah.
she's
I mean, it's just like they flip a switch
yeah.
after Fourth of
I don't
July,
think
and
I don't
it's
think
just
people
like,
realize it's an island with a bunch of tall, very reflective buildings in between a bunch of rivers. So it's super humid. It's a super humid mirror against the sun. That is tough, man. That is tough, and there's not a
you,
lot of wind to make it feel any better. Anyway, getting back to the account here, my point is that is where
okay,
I would start,
good, good.
and I would try to see what works there. You
Hmm.
might find that certain ads work in one better than the other. For me, taking what I already know works into that environment is going to let me know where I need to improve. My focus with that is then when I look at that environment, what what is the thing that needs to get better? If I focus on improving my weak link, if I'm just constantly trying to get better at where I'm weak, saying one of the ad sets really doesn't do as well as the other one, that's where I'm going to test to try to improve things. If
Okay,
I can get better at the thing I do the worst,
okay,
and I have a structure that allows me to make choices around investing in different types of attention, either people that live in Manhattan or people that have been engaging with me, I very much doubt those two are going to behave the exact same. So then the question is, well, what is most valuable for you to invest in? And what is the thing that you need to improve? So it might be the folks in Manhattan convert better. So then my creative testing is going to go to the broad retargeting to try to make it better at whatever the
Now,
need is
just let
there.
me ask you, are you saying Broadway or broad targeting?
Broad retargeting. So
Yeah, broad retargeting. Okay.
yeah. So the account engagers and site traffic and all of that stuff. If that's the ad set that's not performing well, that's the ad set where, according to a 4PI analysis, I'm going to figure out what I need to do better. And I'm just going to try to do some creative testing there with a 322 flex ad to try to improve whatever my weakest link is so that I can raise
In the broad campaign.
and depending on whatever the weakness is.
Okay, right.
Either it's my retargeting or it's my Manhattan. If my Manhattan is working well, then the retargeting needs the help. I'm not going to creative test where I'm winning.
So quickly, when you say Manhattan, because I'm doing New York State, which is a big
Sure.
state. So should I be doing a point like a 50-mile radius or an hour radius around Manhattan?
It's up to you. My whole point is like, you know your audience better than I do. But if there's
Yeah,
6
we've got
million people in Manhattan and your theater seats 30, 50, 100, like
220.
okay, 220 folks, and an island is 6 million plus
Yeah.
people traveling. Do I
Yeah.
really need to try to convince somebody to come in from fucking New Haven?
Well, I guess the thing is they do. We get people from Westchester, we get people from
Yeah.
Connecticut, we
And
get
those are
people from Jersey.
those people are probably engaging with your Instagram account. They're probably going to your website.
Yes,
They're probably
they
checking
are.
you out.
Yes.
So your broad retargeting effort is your warm audience, is all those people.
Okay.
The purpose of the Manhattan one is just like, who is like, I don't know what to do today, but I'll hop on a fucking subway to go to someplace with my family, whatever it is. Like, one of those is going to be
That's kind
necessary.
of Google though. We see that like people looking for what, day of and stuff.
Exactly.
And then
And
there's
so
some
that's
mommy
why,
blogs and things like that that have what's listed. So
yeah, so that's why we got to figure out. I would have those two audiences. One is the geo fence, one is the warm. And if I already
okay.
have, there is absolutely a world where your organic content to your warm audience with ads is plenty to fill up 50 seats a day in addition to what you're running organically.
Well, we're getting a ton of organic
Yeah.
sales.
So
People, that's we know that for a fact.
so that in mind, I mean, that's the problem I want to solve. I want to get the folks
Okay.
who are already interested across the finish line before I start talking to strangers.
Yeah. Okay, good. Now, should I be segmenting my audience in terms of views and clicks and stuff like that? Or because I'm
I
not
don't
doing
care.
any audience segmentation.
Nah, it doesn't matter. Just the one
Okay.
that's the geo fence, the one that's the warm audience, call it a day.
Okay, good.
And
That's
then
what we've
just
been
do
doing.
creative testing in the audience that is not performing well and adjust your mins and maxes if needed to lean into the thing.
Let
And
me ask you
focus,
a quick. Okay, good. Go
and then
ahead.
just focus on the easy win. Because your
Yeah.
definition of success is like, if you get 10s tickets, 20s tickets selling a day just on your Facebook ads, you're doing great.
Yeah.
Your
Well,
potential's already there.
we're gauging it from the revenue. We watch the
Sure.
sales, so we know when the sales are coming. I don't care where they come from. So, and a lot of times, the thing is, we're seeing 30 and 40-day clicks where they'll click on an ad a month or two ago, and then they'll purchase 30 or 40 days later. So, and then they might hit Google, and they might hit the web page or a
Sure.
mommy blog or
Yeah, and
something.
that's
So,
why I'm saying all of that stuff is on your broad retargeting audience anyway.
okay.
If you
Now you're saying
organic is
broad.
what
Are
if
you
you're
saying I'm still confused? You're saying broad retargeting?
yes,
So retargeting people that have already engaged with the content
exactly.
broadly. Okay.
The
That
the
makes sense
the
now.
the site traffic, the Instagram, that whole crushing Facebook ads on a low budget, just follow that script. Follow that strategy.
Three quick questions. So one,
All right, let's
should I
do
be
it.
using these 30, 60, 90-day audiences and lookalikes or no?
I would not worry about the lookalike.
Okay.
For the broad retargeting, I would just choose the 30, 60, or 90 day. From what it sounds like, 60 days is probably enough based on the traffic
Okay.
you're talking to me about. The people are clicking 30, 40 days out. 60 should capture them all.
And I tested highest value and highest volume. Highest value and highest volume. Do you have a preference between that for a budget?
Volume.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
My
value is
value,
going to
my
get you a better.
value, my value seem to perform better. I
I
seem to
mean,
get higher
value.
tickets on that.
If you're trying to push for AOV, that's good. But
Okay.
you're probably more interested in consistent sales than
Yes.
inconsistent,
Yes.
high value ones.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. And then one more question, just quickly. The meta funnel on the Andromeda, like there's different parts of the funnel they're showing in the same. Hi, how are you? In the funnel, so they're not converting, but they need to see that ad to get to the ads that are going to convert. How can I tell which ones I don't want to turn them off if they're kind of doing a job that I'm not aware of. How do I kind of identify what might be?
Yeah, this is where
That
we
is
can
that
do, this is where the 4PI really helps us out.
okay?
And we have that in the Meta Blueprint course in the
Okay.
Academy, and really
Okay.
breaks it all down for you. And this
All
way
right.
you can see what is doing its job well and what isn't. Meaning this is a retargeting ad that is doing a good job, or this is a prospecting ad that is doing a good job. And if you have players on the team that are doing their job well, but ultimately their job isn't necessary, then you know to get rid of them. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yep. 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 All right. Great stuff, Charlie. I appreciate it. Thanks so
You're
much. Glad we
welcome.
finally were able to do this.
Me too, man. I think I got a request for Elmo's song over here, so we're gonna go have some fun.
Enjoy.
And I will talk to you all later. Thank you all so much. Can you say bye, Charlie? Here, come here.
Charlie, bye-bye.
Can you say bye?
How old is she now? She's getting so
She's gonna
big,
be
Charlie.
2 in a month.
Holy cow, Charlie.
Yeah,
All right, well, you guys enjoy Elmo.
we will. All right.
All
See you
right,
later.
take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.